it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my 9th update for the Ancient Mythos project pan. Darya created this Pantastic Ladies project. It started on November 20th and it will end on November 20th this year. I'm not sure if there's going to be a round 3 yet or not. I hope so. This year's is Norse mythology themed. Last year's was Greek mythology themed. I did just check to see if any project ideas were submitted to the group, and there haven't been yet. Anyone in the group is allowed to submit a project, by the way. There is a pinned post in the group that explains how you submit it and the things that you need to have worked out in order to try to ensure that it will be chosen. Within this project, I have been working on 6 prompts at a time. I'm going to be starting with the ones that have been in here the longest. I will be bringing new prompts in. The first one has been in here for a while, and that is satyr. Satyr is a type of dark magic that certain figures in Greek mythology were able to use, and so it is something that is a dark or a witchy product. I picked a dark lip product because that's what I think of when I think of witchy makeup anyway. This is the Mented liquid lipstick in the shade Blood Orange. It dries down darker than this, so it is pretty witchy looking on me. The last update, I had 9 uses, and I did get the last one yesterday. So this is now a rollout. It's also going to be in season next month, so this was really very poorly timed, but it is what it is. It does stay really well. It does not stay so well if you put lip gloss on top of it, but I have enjoyed playing with some combinations of lip colors. I do like this with the red gloss that I'm currently wearing, so when you put them together, it is a really neat looking effect that I like a lot, and I'll probably be doing that in the fall. But this is a rollout since it is a Golmet. Next is Fafnir. Fafnir was a dwarf, but he was turned into a dragon. He is associated with greed in Norse mythology because he had coveted a hoard of treasure and it became his, but due to his greed, he was turned into a dragon. He is represented by a product from a category that you tend to hoard. I own 31 face serums. It's a bit of a hoard. Most of them are minis, but the one that I picked is not. This is the Glossier Super Pure Niacinamide plus Zinc Serum. My goal is to finish it. There are my progress marks. There's not a lot of progress in between there, and there's 2 reasons for that. One is because my last update was late, so I really only had 3 weeks in between updates. And then the other reason is because also in there I had used a sheet mask, and that sheet mask had serum left in the pouch. So I used that serum instead of this while I still had that, so I lost a few days there too. But I do think that I will have this finished for next time. It works fine. I have no complaints. Is it the greatest serum I've ever used? No. Frankly, the serum that was in that sheet mask was better, but I don't mind using it. It's still good, and it is still here. Next is Harbard. Harbard was a ferryman who challenged Thor to a battle of wits in exchange for a ride, and Harbard won, so Thor didn't get to go anywhere. So Harbard is represented by a product that you aren't familiar with or aren't quite sure how to use. I picked these Glamnetic press-on nails in fairy dust. I had never used press-on nails before. I had never had anything other than my natural nails before, so these were very new for me. I previously had 1 use, and in the last month I did not use them. They are not really practical for my life. I have a job where I'm kind of hands-on. I will take on and off different types of gloves for different purposes, so I really can't grow my nails long. That's why I keep them so short. And on top of my job, my hobbies include martial arts, and some of my classmates will try press-on nails, but they will go flying whenever you try to hit boards, and so my instructors really don't like it when you wear fake nails. So I typically don't. Next week, I am going to have a bit of a different schedule, both in terms of hobbies and work. So I actually think I will be able to get a use on these next week. I hadn't decided in the one time that I used them if I actually liked them or not, if I were able to wear them, so I'm going to be trying to figure this out. I still have 4 uses to go to hit my goal. Next is Eden. Eden is a goddess of springtime. She's associated with fruit and plants and things that smell nice. So she is represented by a perfume or a scented product. I did bring in a perfume. It is this Chantilly perfume that I've had for a very long time. It was part of a gift set that I did get as a gift, and I had been putting it in here because I like the spray better than the dauber. My goal was to use this 10 times. At the last update, I had 9 uses. I did get the last use, so this is a Golmet and a rollout. When this came into the project, it was right at the bottom of that silver, and now it is there. So I actually think there might be enough space in there for me to put the rest of this perfume in this sprayer. It is now rolling out, and I will be using other perfumes. I'm not particularly crazy about this one. It is a cheap perfume, and it smells like one, so I would not buy it. Next is Sif. Sif is Thor's wife, and she is distinctive for her hair. She has very long, like Rapunzel long, golden hair, and so she's represented by a gold or a warm toned product. I picked something gold. This is a gold lip crayon. My goal is to use this 10 times. At the last update I had 2 uses, and I used it one more time for 3. Not very impressive. This isn't a particularly flattering color on its own. I would typically use this and then put a gloss on top. I do need to sharpen it. There's no writing on here, so I don't know where this came from. It is a stiff formula. If I could buy it again, I wouldn't, but I'm sure it's discontinued anyway, so it doesn't matter. 7 more uses till it's out of the project. Last time I brought in the prompt Mjolnir. Mjolnir is Thor's hammer. It was made especially for him. It has also been enchanted by Odin, so only the worthy may lift it. Since Mjolnir was made especially for Thor and is almost an extension of Thor himself, it is represented by a product that feels that it was made bespoke for you. This is the Bobbi Brown Extra Lip Tint in the shade Bare Raspberry. It is a tinted lip balm, and I love this color. It is pigmented enough that you can definitely see it, and I love the effect that it has, but it is not so pigmented that you need a mirror, so I do not need one when I apply this. I keep it in my purse and I frequently apply this after lunch at work. My goal is to use it 10 times, and so far I've only used it 4 times, which surprises me, but I did, again, only have 3 weeks, so I do need to pick up the pace. I do think this will be a rollout for next time. This is a very expensive product. I got this in an advent calendar. As much as I like this product, I would not pay full price, but if I did see it on sale, I would consider buying it. I might try a different shade, but I do really like this one. So that was 2 goals met. I met goal on Seder by getting all my uses on the liquid lipstick, and I met my goal on Eden by getting all the uses on this perfume. So I will be bringing in the next 2 prompts, which were chosen for me by Tiny Decisions. The first prompt coming in is Loki. Loki is Thor's brother and also the trickster. He is represented by a product you thought would be easy to finish and is not. This is the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil. It is a sample of it. I go through hair oil very slowly, so I wasn't expecting to go through this quickly, but I have had this open and been using it for over a year. So this has not been as easy to finish as I thought, even in its small size. My goal is to finish it. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull it off or not. The other prompt that is coming in is Siegfried and Brunhild. They are a single prompt together because their story is intertwined. Siegfried was a warrior and it was him who killed Fafnir. Brunhild is a Valkyrie, and she had sworn that she would only marry the strongest warrior. The beginning of the story is a whole lot like the end of Sleeping Beauty. Siegfried rescued Brunhild from her prison and took her out of her enchanted sleep, and the 2 of them fell in love. Siegfried ended up under the effects of a potion that erased his memory, and then he couldn't remember being in love with Brunhild, and he married someone else. The king wanted to marry Brunhild, but since she had sworn that she could only marry the strongest man, he got some supernatural help from Siegfried, who gave him a magic cloak that enhanced his strength. Brunhild found out about this and learned that Siegfried had inadvertently helped her marry somebody else when she didn't wish to, and the story unfortunately ends a whole lot like Romeo and Juliet. Siegfried and Brunhild are represented by a limited edition product or a now discontinued product, something you love to use but once finished is gone forever. This is the Au Naturel Creme Shadow in White Quartz. It is discontinued, and my goal is going to be to use this 10 times for Siegfried and Brunhild. This is starting to turn. I can tell it's softer than it used to be, so I'm not going to be able to hold on to this for much longer, so I'm trying to get as much use out of it as I can. For next month, I am aiming for 2 more rollouts. I do think I can finish the serum that I have in here for Fafnir, and I think that I can get the rest of my uses on the lip balm that I have in here for Mjolnir. Wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye!